To the defib. Oh. Yeah. The manual game is definitely going to be on the backbone for a while. This thing is so much longer than my other bike. Oh, feels good, but feels very. Oh. Feels like it's gonna take me a bit to get used to the length. Even though it's still a medium frame, it just feels way longer. It must be the back end. It also looks a lot longer as well. Ooh, looking good. I can actually feel my ass hitting the seat. Oh, not the seat, the tyre. So, I'm gonna like full lean back. Damn, it's cold. Man, that front shock's feeling pretty gross. Needs a service by the sounds. I actually did say that, so. That rear brake definitely doesn't feel like it's doing much. Yo. Ooh. Yeah, this is my first ride on this Commencer Clash frame. Everything else on the bike is the same, except for the front brakes. We've got a 203 rotor on there now. And I didn't even change the spacing on the brakes, so like the calipers that were already there. So that just goes to show how much front brake I actually had before. It's only just touching it, it kind of worked. So definitely going to be a wild time having front brakes, especially on the steep gnarly stuff. Which I wouldn't say I ride a lot of anyway. Oh, feels so good. I think that's that rear brake with that little ting sound. That the front shock definitely needs a service. And I reckon the seat needs to be a bit higher. But that is cool. The defib's looking as fire as always. I'll do a full lap just because I'd like to ride through that rough rock bit at the bottom, climb back to the top, and that might be a full run. Yeah, Defibrillator Green Trail. Of course, it's been on my channel so many times. Oh. And that's because it is so good. I'd say the most enjoyable trail here. As far as fun-wise, chill, flow. This is the trail they should have used for the Superflow, but there's no other trails up this side of the park. So if they use this one, it'd be a rough 6 or 7 kilometer climb to get to it. And the super flows are meant to be pretty chill, climb to the top each run, so yeah, that's why they didn't use it, I'd say. Oh, it's so good. Feel the confidence level at an all-time high. Phew. No, that's the whole descending part of defib. Chuck it right here. And there's another little quick bit here, which is still descending a little bit. A little jump on the right. Random little jump there. And you climb for a little bit. Wow, that's bizarre. Climb for a little bit. And then we head back down into some more flowy down goodness. And yeah, seat is very low. I should have checked that before I bombed down it. That's alright. Work with what you got. Yeah, this trail when it's wet, not good. Can't ride here in the wet, sadly. At least not the top. Down the bottom, some of the trails are alright, but majority of them, nah. Can't be done in the wet. It's just too clay, cloggy type stuff. Type shitty dirt, you know. I haven't actually done a full defib loop in a while. Oh, that shifter. Oh, so good. I really should have brought my Allen key set with me. Would have been the intelligent thing to do. Oh, alright. Here's this little down flowy bit. Couple jumps here. I'll try and get. Oh, still got him. Didn't think I'd make it. Ooh. Yeah, super fast bit here. Beautiful flow. Big berms. Inside outside line. Oh, it is really cold. Big wall ride. Hell yeah. Oh, a little bit of a stream. And now it's pretty much uphill the rest of the way. Everything down here looks so much more open than it was before. So lush rainforest. We're having so many issues with greenies stopping us from putting the new trails in Redwood. And it's because of this forest. However, Redwood doesn't really have any of this. It has some parts of it, but it's nothing like this. This is way better. So I think they're just complaining for the sake of complaining. There's no animals over there. I mean, there would be, but I've never seen anything when I was over there. See a lot more of the animals here. And I've never seen a dead koala or a dead possum or a quail, any birds in here, so I reckon their arguments on thin air, it's just silly. But you get that. Accidentally stop the GoPro, you'll lose about 2 meters of footage. Bush turkey. The bush turkeys know what's up. They just get out of the way straight away. A little creek crossing back into the hill. And although this is kind of a hard climb, it's not too bad. It's really, you know, nice to look at. Like, it's really good scenery. Nice and dark green. Pretty beautiful, really. On the scenic route, I guess you could say. Damn, that seat height is making this very hard. Much harder than it should be, I should say. There must have been some mess here during all the rain and the big winds. So many trees down. So if you didn't see the bike build video, I took it around Phil's, regular Phil on Instagram. Went around his place, chucked it on his stand, and hacked away at pulling stuff off the old Rocky. Put as much on as we could. Couldn't do the bearings because they're press fit, and if I used the ones from the Rocky, I wouldn't have the casing to put them in this bike, so had to get some new ones. Christian Usk helped me out with that, so that's awesome. Luckily he had a pair. Ooh. Damn, there's a big opening there. Tree down. Done yet the rest of the build. Took it into Johnny Sprockets here in Toowoomba, and Perksy, Brendan Perks, got into it. Pretty much used all the parts that I had there that he could, and then he chucked on whatever he had to get the bike rolling, which was some new cables, brake parts, seat clamp I think, and a couple other things. So yeah, awesome job. Whew. Definitely feeling it. Whew. But this is day one of the return to training for me. Now that I got this bike, I'm just gonna get back in the daily routine of going hard every day on the bike like I was last year. Still try and smash out as much content as I can because I absolutely love it. And yeah, if you guys have any video ideas, I'm not worried where they're from or stuff like that. If I can talk about it and find information on it, I'll talk about it. If you think it's interesting, that'd be sick. Yeah, always leave them in the comments. There's only about 300 to 400 meters left of this trail. Flat climbing as well, so it's a rough effort, but it's not terrible. DEFIB loop, 4Ks, green, flowy jumps, big berms. Definitely recommend it if you come out here. I do understand also that this climb's going to be harder because I don't have a lockout shock on the rear. But I'm going to ride this from now on. That's the way it is. Couple corners to go, couple steep bits to go, and we'll be home. But yeah, this would be the most green trail in Jubilee, as in the colour of all the plants. Little steep bit here. And once you get halfway down, it starts getting more dead, different soil, rocky, so you get to the bottom where it's very dry, usually 4 or 5 degrees hotter and more humid. It's way more humid down there. That creaking sound is my pedals. I've had these pedals for 10 years or so. Raced them on BMX. Took them off for a while, ran the Shimano's, and I've put them back on because they're more of the, well, they are the egg beater style, and they're much more movement in them, and I prefer them over your flat push-in Shimano's where there's very little movement. Alright, that is a full loop of DEFIB. Got 2 switchbacks and that'll be it. So yeah guys, if you like this video, leave a like. Not subscribed, subscribe. And I'll clock off here. There's about 10 meters left. So yeah, I suppose. Finish it strong. Ooh. Haha, legends.